that would be not a silver bullet and not enough money to move a whole lot of acres around, but a traditional cotton producer, that would be it would be a big impact, as you well know, on cash flowing an operation. And I think near term, that's you know, without opening the farm bill, that's what we've got available to us right now to try to get done. And I appreciate your help in getting that done.
Yeah, thank you. And Mr. Wright, in your Mike, in your testimony, you mentioned that it was hard to factor in stacks when you're doing these cash flow analysis, and you're saying you're getting some pressure from the regulators now, you know, these cash flows. And then I think I've had some number of conversations with you and others that these cash flows are really tight, and particularly with the weather patterns we've had over the last 2 or 3 years. You know, a lot of that equity is shrunk, and so the cash flow becomes much more important. Can you kind of talk to us a little bit about the difficulties of using stacks in the cash flow projections and how you incorporate that, and do you incorporate it?
Well, we look at it, but stacks is a revenue insurance, and so it's based on, in our area, based on the county. And so, and those revenues, those indemnities won't be paid, like the 2015 wouldn't be paid until sometime late summer of 2016. Well, our guys need the money now. We don't need the, you know, we need the money then, but it takes that much longer. So it's hard for us to take a number when we don't know what it might be, and it might not be anything. And so we really don't have anything concrete to put our hands on, to put it on paper, to put it in those cash flows.
And so, and one of the things that you mentioned is these cash flows are getting tighter, and the examiners are looking at it harder. You know, one of the things we saw last year was a lot more FSA loan guarantee program, and one of the things that happened, you know, to us because of the demand it picked up in that program is that we had people calling. I mean, literally, it was time to plant, and they had not been able to get some approval on their guarantee. We talked to the secretary about that. They put some additional people in there. But my guess is if these prices remain at these levels, that activity is going to increase, because if you're going to find it more and more difficult with the scrutiny that you're getting, I guess, from the regulatory standpoint. Are you seeing where you're going to have to look at moving some more of that business to the guarantee program?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're going to utilize it. We've used it for, and it's one of the reasons we're a preferred lender. As a preferred lender, all we have to submit, we can use our analysis. And so as a preferred lender, when we submit it to the state for approval, we just have to send an application and a narrative. Now, this narrative is about 6 or 8 pages long, but it takes in their whole operation. So once we do that, and that's why it's so critical for us to be a preferred lender. Now, we don't just send loans to FSA for guarantees just for the sake of doing it. If we see that we have a problem, we deal with the problem. We don't push it off on FSA. And another reason that we don't is there's regulations in place through FSA to be a preferred lender. You can't have, and I have to go back and look at the regulation, but your loss ratio can't be but a certain level, and once you get to that level, then you could lose your preferred lender status, and we can't afford to do that. So we really look at the ones that we really think would go and would make. We heard some stories last year. We got ours in early. We chose, last year we had the option of choosing the county office or the state office to submit our applications through. We chose the state office, and it was a little slow down there, but it wasn't anything like it was in the county.